Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Excel Snippet, your YouTube channel for all your formula learning. In today's video, I would like to bring in two different dimensions into one. This is not a formula versus formula series. I am trying to add a quick quiz series on a ribbon function versus a formula function. So let's see what I'm trying to talk about here. So you would have heard about a subtotal function. A subtotal function, normally people know it is available in our data tab on the right part. So here you can calculate the data in the sheet itself. This is a ribbon function that we have here. In Excel, we do have a formula called subtotal functionality. So I'm going to create a subtotal function using a formula and using a ribbon function. So let's go for the formula. So first I'm trying to add a formula here. The subtotal function allows us to do things better, because if you're dealing with a larger data, you would like to check whether your answers are right or wrong. For example, I'm trying to create a small list. So I want to say total category here. So I'm going to copy the category here and paste it here. I want to just get the unique list of data here. So to get a unique list of data, you can use a formula here called unique, and you can select the whole list here and close the bracket and enter. Again, the unique formula is a formula which is available only from March 2020 edition version, and you are using Office 365 latest updates, then you will get this unique function automatically. So now I would like to know the total sales that I made during the period for a particular category. So now I'm going to use a sum if functionality, and the range that I'm going to choose is the category range, and the category that I'm going to choose is outdoor, and the sales that I'm going to choose here is this. And now I've chose this logic, so I would like to even log the last dimension here so that I can populate this formula to the rest. You can see all the three formulas are available. This is my total sales that I made in outdoor, and then sport, and then drag. What I really require right now is I would like to check whether my formula that I did in here is right or wrong. So to do that, I don't have a bigger data here. So what I can do is I can just add some lines on top, and then I'm going to just create a formula here. So first I'm going to use a normal sum functionality, and I'm going to use a subtotal sum functionality. So difference between these two is when I go for a sum functionality, it's going to give you the answer here, and the same answer will even pop up when I use a subtotal function. In subtotal function, I'm going to use a sum. The sum is denoted by 9 in here. So now you can see both the answers are coming similarly. But if I want to cross verify this data, so I would like to have this data filtered out. Remember, I'm doing it in a parallel point, so if I filter this, even my data will also get filtered. So let me just add some lines here and take these categories a little topper here, so that if I filter the data, I won't get my answers filtered out. So I'm going to select the filter here, and I'm going to filter the outdoor category alone. When I give an outdoor category and I give an enter here, you can see that the subtotal function sum, which I gave a little later, changing the value here, and you can see that these two answers are coming together. And if I change the category to some other category like RAD, and then you can see that it gives you the answer for that. And when I go down and do the same for the sport, it is going to give you the same answer there. So this is how I use a subtotal function. But again, inside subtotal function, we have a lot of function here. So in simple logic, if you say I have 11 functionalities available in subtotal functionalities. So I can give you a small screenshot on what is a subtotal function formula can give us. So it starts with an average, count, counter, max, min, product, standard deviation sample, standard deviation population, sum, variance sample, and variance population. And these 11 formulas will be repeated with a few more numbers below. But normally a subtotal function allows us to do 11 different functionality. The same can be done even without using a subtotal functionality. If I'm having only one categorization of data, so if I want to get one dimension of data, then I can just easily add a subtotal functionality. So instead of using a formula here, I can use a ribbon function. So before I do that, so how do I handle the subtotal ribbon function? So there is a limited rule that we have in here. So the first part is I need the data has to be sorted first, and then add subtotal function. So let's go for the list. So I'm going to sort the entire category column here. So I'm going to just do A to Z. I'm going to go for sorting A to Z, and then I'm going to say expand the sort. So now I got all the list here, which is outdoor first, rad next, and then sports at last. So now before I do it, I'm going to just do one more dimension here. I'm going to add a component called select all data. So I'll select the whole data here first, and then I'll go back to my data, and then I'll click subtotal functionality. Immediately pops up a window here. As we have a very limited data, we don't have too much of a headache here. So I'm going to just choose the category here, and I'm going to say in the category what do you want to do. So whatever we did in our formula, the same logic will come even in here. But here we have another dimension that comes in play. Here we have a sum, count, average, max and min, product, and then you can see standard deviation, variance, and you have a count numbers are coming up here. So I'm happy with the same sum functionalities, and then I'm going to give a tick mark here. When I give an OK, you can see automatically gives you each and every total below our list. So whatever list that I have here, if I want to see only the totals here, so I'm going to give a click in the second bar. You can see that whatever I showed on this list, the same logic comes in here again, because I've choose data total here, so it shows you the data list here. That's fine. So when I just click the part here, you can see that it's giving you each and every total one after the other. So that you get the total, overall total you get here, and you will get even a line item total here. But my sum function is giving you a wrong answer here, because I have a outdoor total coming in between my list, so it doubled the value in here. That's okay. So I didn't try to use the same logic. So now I want to just remove this, come back to my logic here, remove all, and you can see all the data are coming up here properly. So this is how we use our subtotal function, either using a formula, and you can even use the ribbon function in subtotal, which allows us to do things faster and better. But the ribbon function that we have in subtotal will only give you one dimension at a time, or you can take only one criteria in consideration. But when I go for a subtotal function, when you filter out multiple columns in here, it will give you the right answer according to the list. For example, if I want to just get to know what is the exact sales that I made in the month of May, so let me just add one more line item here. So I'm going to add the month, and in the month column I'm going to use the month point in the text format. So I'm going to say text, choose the number here, give a comma, and double quotes it, and here text 3 times. So now I should see 2 months here. Yes, I'm seeing it. So when I filter it out, the outdoor, and then if I filter it out for May, then my answer will change automatically in my list here. So my overall sales is 1091. Out of that, 868 rupees 868.31 belongs to May month. And if I change this to June, then I get the balance of it, and you can see what are the balance that I have here. Subtotal function does the multiple dimensions better when you have a formula, but if I do the same logic in my subtotal function using the ribbon function, you may not get that. You will either get the month or you will get a category. So this is the difference between the subtotal function in the ribbon and subtotal function using a formula. I use only one functionality today, that is called summation. So we have 11 more functions on subtotal. I'll give you 2 more functions in our next video, where we'll see how to compare 2 different datas when SUMIF, COUNTIF, or SUMIFs or COUNTIFs are given to us. Hope you enjoy this video. This is Vinod signing out from Excel Snippet, video number 14 on Excel Snippet Quick View series. This is not a formula series, this is a ribbon function versus formula function. Hope you enjoy my video. stay safe, stay home. If required, go out. Remember, keep maintaining the social distances and then use the mask as much as you can. Learn more, keep updated. Thank you.